Hey folks, Mike and McGee here. In today's video, we're going to be checking out the hump. Camels have a hump, Brahmins have a hump, and Ferdinand has a hump. I'm going to cut into it right now, and we're going to see what it looks like inside, and we're going to cook some up and try it. You've been watching this bull, and you've been seeing this hump on his back, and you've been wondering what in the world it looks like. Well, here's what it looks like with the skin off. We are fixing to remove it before we split this animal down the middle, because I don't want, and I may go ahead and split it right now with the knife, just see what's inside of it, and then remove half and then another half. We're going to do that right now and see what we got. This is a completely new animal for me. That looks good, just like it did in the movies. I can't believe it. Look at that. Don't that look good? And that's his spine. That's actual bone right there. Now we're just going to continue on down. And at this point, I'm just going to remove it off of the carcass. I may need help to keep it from falling on the ground. Yeah. This right here, my friends, is half a hump. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but we're going to age it a little while, and we're going to slice it, and we're going to fry it up. See you then. All right, we're here. We hung this thing just like this in that cooler, walk-in cooler, for 3 weeks. At that point, we said it's done, we've got to take it. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to trim it up, because this old dry outer part right here is not going to be good. Or at least in my opinion, it's not going to be good. Now here's a little center cut of the hump meat. I was kind of wanting to look at that. It's not very marbled up. I would imagine on a normal animal it would be marbled up, but listen, we're talking about Ferdinand. He was the crazy, the wild, the absolutely driven to insanity bull that would do anything. So I am going to leave as much fat on the outside as I can while still trimming a little bit of this off, because I don't want any kind of funky taste that's off flavored or anything like that. I'm just taking my good old Victorinox. It's pretty dry, but I'm just filleting what I can here. Once I get these trimmed up, then we'll season them up good and we'll get them in the smoker. Here's what we did after we got them out of the cooler. After 3 weeks, we vacuum sealed them and froze them. So they've been very well taken care of. It's just a matter now of getting them smoked, cooked, and ready to eat. Here's how we're going to season our hump meat. You can kind of see a little resemblance of brisket here. I was given the idea to cook it as a brisket from at least 2 or 3 of you guys on YouTube, so I appreciate that. I would have naturally, in my little brain, cut it into steaks, put it on the grill, and probably tore my dentures out, I guess. I don't know. So I'm going to put a half a teaspoon per pound on this meat of Redmonds real salt. And I'm going by the recipe that my neighbor gave me, because she is, and he is, a brisket experts. So I just don't do that many briskets. So I appreciate y'all let me know that this needs to be cooked slow and low. I've done 3. Here goes number 4. Now we're going to turn it over and continue on. Here's 5. We did weigh this, it's 7 pounds. 6 and 7. Now I'm going to take this homemade brisket rub. We don't know 100% what's in it, but that don't matter. We're going to use it. And we're just going to, this is what gives brisket the crust. We want the hump to have a crust. We've been looking forward to this hump ever since he grew the thing. And we fed him out good, hoping that it would continue to blossom and flourish. This smells really good. We're going to coat every side of it. And at this point, we're going to take Cajun Camp Dog seasoning. We're going to open it up and we're going to give it a nice little coating all the way around. And that, my friend, is for Papa Scott. He's the Cajun Camp Dog man. Now this one is ready to go. We're going to put that to the side. This one was 6 pounds. So we're going to do 6 half teaspoons of salt on this one. And then we'll move right along. All right, it's been in the oven since what time?
Since 6 o'clock, no, 4 o'clock this morning.
4 o'clock a.m. Okay. What are we shooting for? 103?
We're shooting for
203?
And I upped it to 225 at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
250 at about 7 and 275 just a couple minutes ago.
Okay.
And we were at 190 last time I probed it.
It's gonna be good.
197. I can see.
Okay, we've got the meat coming out, 205. All right, we are gonna wrap this thing up till lunch. We're gonna wrap it and it'll be resting. It is time to get the hump out and it's still warm. I mean, it is nice and warm. Woo-wee! They're both wrapped in the same one.
They are.
All right. I'm going to just get in here like this and pull this out. Look at that juice. Let's take us a center cut. Here we go. Look at that. Smoke ring, burning my fingers, the whole 9 yards. We're going to slice it fairly thin because it's not got a lot of fat running through it like I thought it would have. I'm fairly certain that other types of hump meat have more fat than this. This guy just absolutely was ripped with muscle because he was Ferdinand. He was a bull and he was not going to sit around and gain weight. We had to feed him hard just to get him to gain a little weight. So let's get this sliced, see what we got. Any of y'all want to be involved in the taste test on camera? Yeah.
More the merrier.
All right, the hump is done, and we're going to taste it. As you can see, it is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'll say a personal thank you to the 2 or 3 of you that told me to cook it like brisket, because I think that it couldn't be better. As a matter of fact, looking at it, I think if I'd have done it like a steak, like I was thinking, I don't think it would have been that great. You might not have been able to stick a fork in the gravy. But we're going to try this out. Do you want sliced or chopped?
I'm going to try chop.
You're going to try chopped. All right. Just take a little bit, because you know your daddy loves chopping. If you eat it all, he'll be on here.
I've already had it chopped.
Yeah.
That's good.
So the smoke ring is because of Adam. He went and cooked a mesquite to it, and boy, oh boy. Now this is Texas all the way, right? Yeehaw. Pretty good, ain't it?
Very good.
Now Miss Grace is what I call a brisket connoisseur. She told me one time brisket's the best meat on earth. How does this compare with brisket, Grace?
Okay, it's up there with brisket.
It's up there with brisket.
Matched. They're both together.
It's kind of interesting, the little grains that you see in there.
Yeah.
Brisket may not be exactly like that, but it's so close. You're a brisket connoisseur.
This is like a lean brisket.
A very lean brisket.
It is.
So if you don't like a lot of fat in your brisket, which might be sacrilegious to you, this would be a good alternative.
It's like the flat except it's round. What do you think, Mr. Caleb? You've been a taste tester for years. You love that flavor? That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know a lot of y'all told me you were very interested to seeing how the hump was. Well, this is how the hump was. It was unbelievably good. It got big thumbs up from Grace. And as you see, she's the camp dog specialist. And the camp dog really helped to accent the flavors of this meat. So, I've had a few people say that I'm going to have to break down to get the camp dog. You don't have to break down. You just go get it. In the descriptions of this video, you can get it for 20% off. And it's already cheap before you even get the discount. So, get over there and get you some. Try to find you a bull with a hump. And I would recommend that you don't keep him around for 2 years before you take care of it. But that's all we got for you today. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.